Hey, Sekoya girl.
Hey, Vet.
How you doing?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm doing good.
Good. I
Ready for
miss
this
you,
long
girl.
day. I miss you too. Yes, I do. I really do. I'm really proud of you too. A lot of the things that you're doing and
Oh,
that you low key doing too.
right. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Yes, for sure. So, can you let my audience know who you are and what do you do?
Okay. So I'm Sekoya Kendrick, owner of 1474 Art Inc. It's an online art gallery. I manage visual artists. I do all their business consulting contracts, get their work out there, and I'm in the phase of opening a gallery as well.
Oh, that's dope.
Yeah.
Dope. What inspired you to start getting into art?
Just the creative side of me. I've always loved everything creative. I've always been that weird one to go wear something crazy, try to do anything artistic. I just found that was my passion and I ran with it. The business idea and everything came from my brother passing away in 2000 and 2000 and what year was that? I don't even remember right now. But the 1474 was inspired from that.
Wow, that's dope. So was your brother into art before he
Yes, yeah.
passed?
It was crazy because he was real creative and I didn't know until he passed away. And then everybody started telling me like, your brother was into this and he did this and he did that. And I'm like, because when I came up with the idea, I didn't have a clue. It was just like I want to do something in memory. And it just happened to make sense.
Wow, that's dope. So from then on, let's take it all the way back to your childhood. What was your childhood like?
My childhood was good. I was raised with both my parents, a loving situation. My mom was a savage, straight G, and my dad was too. so, so it was crazy, but they was in the same household, so I'm not complaining. Spoiled. My mom just always taught me, confidence and confidence, confidence, confidence. Go for anything you want. Do this, you can do that. And my dad was just like, spoiled. Here you go. Go figure it out. So I can't complain about my childhood. I don't have any hiccups. You know what I'm saying? Not no daddy issues, nothing traumatizing in
Good.
that aspect. But I did lose my brother in the 8th grade. My mom got breast cancer, so we did this thing where it was just me and her throughout the whole time frame, and I learned a lot about the body. I learned a lot about medicine and pain and everything, and then I got into the whole like healthy lifestyle and living and things of that nature, all because of those different experiences. Very young, so I think all of that stuff played a huge role in my strength and
Right.
helping me get my business going and helping me keep going as well.
Wow. So is your mom still battling cancer or is she cancer free now?
Cancer free. She's been cancer free
Yes.
for years. Yeah,
That's
changed her
good.
diet, changed her life, and we've been
That's
moving
a
forward ever
blessing.
since. Yeah, it is.
Man, that's a blessing.
It
And I know
is.
that feeling be rough too.
It can be on everybody. You know what I'm saying? Everybody around you. It's definitely a tough topic and situation to deal with.
Yes, for sure. So, throughout your school years and everything, how was it when you were in school? Did you have a tough time in school, or did you find yourself being extremely successful when ahead of the game?
Definitely not extremely successful in the head of the game. I was too busy focused on being cute and having friends,
Oh,
okay?
oh,
But school was cool. School was a really good experience for me. It was just about I was into everything that I could possibly get into. I wasn't ever in like too much trouble. Grades was cool. I was a cheerleader,
yeah.
so
I
I get
remember
that a
you
lot.
cheering
Yes,
in
I'm a cheer
elementary school.
since elementary. I still got it in me, okay?
Okay.
Um, yeah, school was good. School was really, really a really good experience for me. I still have all my friends that I've had since like the 8th grade. Um, I was blessed enough to have them same friends. I was blessed enough to still have my parents through school. I was blessed enough to graduate. I had my daughter at 18, so that was senior year. So I wobbled across the stage. I wouldn't recommend people do that, but I wouldn't change it because my daughter and her age now and everything is click. It's like, that's my little broke bestie. So it was definitely it was definitely like not being able to go to the clubs my senior year, not being able to go do everything else my friends was doing. But I see why it all played out how it played out.
Yeah.
So I
Well,
wouldn't regret
during
it.
that time with you being a mother that at 18 years old, what are the things that you had to face as far as being a young mom? Because a lot of women become young moms, but we have to educate young moms so they know different things. Because some of them they just don't know. It's not just because it's just off life itself.
Yeah, for sure. Um, my father said to me, the only thing not to do is get pregnant. And I did exactly that. It's
Damn.
like, all you gotta do is not get pregnant. I was like,
Surprise.
I know. And it was just like, and I was never the one. Like, I was never the one to always brag about having a baby, being married, and all of that. Never. So when it happened, I was just like, I guess I just gotta ride with this. But it it made me mature very, very fast. I had to figure things out, and my parents gave me that space to figure things out because I was spoiled. But when
Yes.
I popped up pregnant, they meant, all right, since this is what you want to do, you go ahead and figure it out. So it was like, here you go. I got thrown into life real quick, like. And now it's like, okay, I gotta make sure my daughter got this. I gotta make sure she do this. I gotta work. Like it was a lot, but I needed it. I needed that, because I probably would have been still thinking things could just get handed to me had I not had the experience. Um, it was definitely different. It was definitely a different experience. It brought the hustle out in me. It brought the determination out in me. Like, it's like you got somebody looking up to you. So it's really
Yeah.
no turning back. You can give up on yourself all day. But
Yeah.
when you got a seed or you got somebody that's dependent on solely you, it's really ain't no way out of that.
Yeah, that grind get
Yeah,
real.
you
I've
just be
seen a
like,
lot
by
of
any means
moms.
necessary.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of moms turn into straight savages after being a
Okay.
mom.
Be at church on
Wow.
Sunday and then be straight savage mode.
Man, not playing. So how did you find balance in between helping your like raising your daughter, going to work, trying to have a social life and hang out with friends? How did you balance all of that throughout the year, especially once you being a young mom?
Honestly, I never found balance until I'm 33, probably about 30, my late 20s.
Dang.
It took me a while to figure it out because I also had my son too. So I had my daughter. I kind of caught on to the grasp of just being her, being a mom, providing for her. Thought I had the mom stuff down. Then decided to have my son. And it was always just go, 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 go. Like, I never was paying attention to the moves I was actually making. I was just making them. You know what I'm saying? To keep the lights on and to make sure my kids don't want for nothing. I never really like took a break at that moment to understand what I was doing and why until like my 30s. My 30s hit and it was like my whole life was like, you gotta, okay, it's time for you to do this. You probably should do this better. You gotta watch how you spending your money. You gotta watch the company you keep around yourself, around your children. You got to remind your kids about confidence and everything. That it was just like something just sparks. And so I started changing things and everything. But the balance came with just opening your eyes. Like, just opening your eyes and just realizing like life is happening. And realizing that you got control over how it's happening. Like,
Yeah.
and I can say that I've been around people and I see people who have no understanding on like what's happening, or no sense of understanding. And it's kind of like all you gotta do is open your eyes, like
Right.
open your eyes, I really mean that. Like, so I did that, and I just changed a lot of my ways. I started getting better with managing money, making sure I had enough time with my kids. Because sometimes you be out too much, you be like, shoot, okay, it's time to calm down. You a mom, or sometimes you a mom too much, and you like, I need a drink.
Right.
So I found the balance. Y'all know I travel. I'm out of town all the time.
You
I
out
be
of
like,
town
bye.
now.
See y'all later.
That's good though that you reached your point. A lot of people look for things to happen overnight,
Right.
and it's hard. I've seen women like struggle as far as being moms, not even struggle just financially, just struggling, just trying to figure it out
Yeah.
because a lot of y'all just do for what you know, what you saw, and things like that. And, and a lot of judgment comes with that.
Right.
When someone is being a mother, and you really can't judge when you never walk their life. So, what things have you faced as far as people judging you being a mom, raising your kids?
Woo. So I've always had that judgment because I'm normally around people that are older than me. So it's
Mm-hmm.
like, oh, here come the young mom, or here she
Damn.
about to be late because she must have went out last night type situation, or just I always felt that, and I always got that from the people around me. Sometimes, not I can't say my friend group, but when I step out of that, it's like, oh, how old are you and how old's your daughter? Type situation. You're like, yeah, hey, she's 14.
How
So it's
did you
like you
handle
always,
it though?
huh?
How did you handle it?
Just owning it. It's nothing I can do about that, and I'm not about to ever be in denial about my life situation and having my daughter. That was the best thing that could ever happen to me. So it's just owning it. Once you own whatever it is, really anybody that says anything about whatever it is that you own don't matter. You really can't be touched. Long as you're okay with it.
Yeah,
You know what
that's
I'm
true.
saying? So I always had that attitude. I always had that attitude.
Yeah,
And my mama makes sure I never lose that attitude. And the people around me too. It's just like, okay, I
yeah,
own it. I'm a great mom, okay? Like
yes, yes.
you need some
You know, both
advice, I can
of
give it to you.
both of our moms was savages, boy.
We was raised right, honey.
Girl, listen,
We was
ain't play
raised
no
right.
games. That's so funny. So as time progressed, how was it as far as like dating men? How did you find like making good choices on who you're dating and things that you don't have boundaries with, but you had to grow to have boundaries? Because sometimes we end up in bad relationships and we think staying and changing them and different things is good. It's supposed to happen. So what are some of the things that you went through as far as dating?
Mm, mm, mm. Mm. Dating, woo, dating. Dating has been very interesting, and I can truly say and take responsibility, and I'm still learning within the dating phase. But I do know the definition of dating, and uh I took that and ran with it. You know what I'm saying? Like being single and being in bad relationships makes you appreciate not being in one. And taking that time to date, which means talking to who you want to talk to, getting to know what you like, what you want, what you don't like, what you absolutely love, and what you absolutely need, and finding the right person. I get judged and hated on that every day. You know what I'm saying? She talked to so and so, blah blah blah. I'm living life, and I'm bringing my daughter up the exact same way. Live life, baby. You don't have to jump straight into something and you have no understanding on what it is that you actually want or who you are. You know what I'm saying? You can't hop into a relationship not knowing yourself, but you want somebody else to be everything in the world. It don't work like that. So having been in horrible relationships, and I have been in some horrible ones, um it just hey, I thank my exes. Like if it wasn't for that trash and the rest of the stuff, I wouldn't have known how to move now, you know
Yeah,
and I'm very clear on what it is that I want and that I need now because of the horrible relationships. And being a mom, sometimes, like you said, we don't always know what it is that we're supposed to want or have in a man. We kind of go based off of what we seen or what we assume or what we think, and then kind of attach ourselves to something that was never meant for us.
right.
So I'm just living life. I'm just living life. And whatever makes Sekoya happy is what Sekoya does.
So
And
we got Chris on here instigating. He said you've been in
horrible
some
ones.
horrible ones.
Best friend now, why you gotta put my business out there? Dang. He is top flight security of Sekoya.
Man,
20 times
listen.
Sekoya. Like, he want to know what they name, they social, their birthday, how long they been around. Just give me a second.
Yes, but you know what? With it being old, and with you being like moving forward, because sometimes we stay in relationships and we think it's love. We think
Mm-hmm.
we're supposed to be there for them because we have years invested in them. You know what I'm saying? And
True.
years don't matter. Respect matter. Love matter.
Absolutely.
And I had to learn that myself from me being in previous relationships and not knowing too much on how things supposed to go until my husband had came along and he showed me a love and I'm like, man, I ain't never
Like, I
felt this
never had
before.
that.
Yeah, and it's a good feeling, but you know what coming with as far as you getting the type of love like that is really based upon you loving yourself. And a
True.
lot of us don't realize is that our spirit attracts those type of men because we still have some toxicness inside of us.
Yep. I always say that. I always say that, like, we attract what we are at the moment. And
Yes.
a lot of women don't take accountability for that. It's the, oh, he ain't shit, he dirty, he do this, he do that.
Yeah,
But
but I
you
ain't,
had to
I
be
ain't
in
shit
that weak
either.
space to
Yeah, be like, man, I ain't shit either.
right.
You
Like,
know what I'm saying? If I'm dating him, that means it's something about
something ain't,
me
yep,
that's
you gotta
that's attracted to him. It's something in his spirit that's like, man, I need to just stay with him. But it's really not that. You know what I'm
mm-hmm.
saying? It's like we just gotta find our self-worth. And I think really us taking time out for ourselves,
Yep.
getting to know who we are, even practice being celibate and all of that. Just the fact of us getting to know who we are, we'll figure out, and then we will attract that
We
good
attract
energy.
it for
You know
sure.
what I'm saying? And it takes a lot of work, a lot of consistency to even get yourself to that
To
point.
get to that point. And when you get to that point though, you truly know who's at that point, when you could just feel the energy, you could just feel it in their voice, their actions, they, you know what I'm saying? And you never want to get out of that place. You know what I'm saying? Once you made it so far, women don't know how much work, it takes to get there. And like the the downtime, the crying, the hurt, the everything, just to find out who you actually are and be that better person for whomever, or just yourself. You don't got to be better
Yeah,
for nobody but you. And if you got
yeah,
kids, you got to be better for them. So,
yeah. You
you know
do
what I'm saying?
protect
You
them and
can't just
everything.
wasting time trying to find who you trying to find for you because you think you need somebody. Like, you got eyes watching. Well, for me, I got my daughter watch my every move. So it's like I have no choice but to be
What
picky in
is
particular.
what is one of the most difficult moments of your life that you have experienced?
Hmm. Difficult. Just well, of course, losing my brother at a young age was very, very difficult, but I didn't realize it until I became like an adult. Because I think I must have been too young to kind of process it all. So
Hmm.
it took me to be older to be like, okay, these things are triggers because of this, or this is actually something that you probably never got over or adjusted to. So I
Hmm.
would have to say that. And then just a lot of people tell me I have this very confident demeanor, and people will attack the hell out of it. You know what I'm saying? It's
Man,
like, yeah, I'm confident, but I'm still a person. I still have feelings. Like, but at the end of the day, I'd rather be confident and strong about it and moving forward than weak and vulnerable. So, all of my all of my experiences with losing loved ones all year, my brother, my grandmas, my back to back. Just, people don't, I don't post it, don't mean I'm not going through it. You know what I'm saying?
right,
And
right.
I'm very private. As much as I'm open, I'm also private. People think they know me based off of what I post or who I'm around. And it's really like, yeah, you don't have a
Yeah,
clue. You know what I'm saying?
man.
So,
I know.
yeah, like I give you exactly what you're
Seriously.
looking for.
Yeah, like
Nothing further.
people don't understand. Like you can't post every moment when you crying, and struggling and all this and that. You know what I'm saying? It's like when they see you happy, they think you don't care.
Exactly.
They think you're not
Exactly.
feeling anything, like you're not a human being, but it's really none of your business. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? And I mean, I've heard it plenty of times as far as me losing my mom and my husband within a
Mm-hmm.
year. It's like I'm not going to express it because I have to move
You
forward.
got to move forward.
But in silence by myself,
It's a
you
different story.
you totally different 24 hours in a
And
day.
it's nobody, no, you know what I'm saying? You don't owe that to anybody. And
Mm-mm.
that's how I feel. I don't owe anything to anybody. So I handle whatever situation it is, how I handle those situations. And my close couple, 6, 5, maybe 7 people that I keep around me are the only ones that I'm concerned about.
That's good.
So, and and like I said, I'm blessed to have those people. So it's like
Yes.
I might crumble, I might fall, but sometimes they don't even know. But I'm back. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And you just keep going for real.
That's good. So, what's one of the things you feel that you're misunderstood about besides your confidence?
Hmm. Confidence. I guess it falls into like my character and my personality too. Like, I think I don't like to say I'm misunderstood because that sounds so like everybody ish. I'm so misunderstood.
Everybody
Like, woe
is.
is me. I'm not a woe is me type of person. I never want to claim being misunderstood, but I do know that my energy affects other people's demons.
Girl, that's deep. You know, that is so fucking true.
And and that's what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? People don't understand that. It's not really me that's making you mad. It's not really me. It's my energy. You know what I'm saying? It's you that need to work on you. So I'm not affecting you because I'm just doing me.
Yeah.
So it's like once you know you and take accountability for you, it's like I'm just unbothered. you
Yeah.
just you just live life unbothered. Like I
Yeah.
didn't do anything to you. Like, I'm sorry.
You're
I
like,
like where I'm at.
what
That's
did
what
I
it
do
comes with.
again?
If that's what it gotta come with, then that's cool. Be mad. Like I'm so good. Like I just never want to lose this so good feeling, and I just want to get better. And that's why I appreciate you because you pop in my life every now and then. Like, what's up? Pull it
Yeah.
together, or what's going on, or da 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 da. And just even when you don't, just seeing you, it's like, okay, I'm gonna keep going now. Sis got it under control. You know, she doing it, so I gotta keep going. And
Yeah, I mean, we got to, even though people try to throw us off balance and try to be funny and do, just do the most. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? It's a lot of times we just got to let people deal with their own demons, the
for
things that
sure.
they go through in their personal life. And, a lot of people go through things and they put their problems upon you that don't have
Yeah,
nothing to do with you.
right.
You know what I'm saying? So you just gotta learn how to just mind your business, keep it moving. Life goes on. Life is short.
It's so
Also,
short.
you
It's so
know,
short.
it's like people just dropping like flies right now. Like
Any kind of
it's
way, like any kind of way. And with that being said, it's like you see how life is and you see what's happening around us, not even just in our city, and you want to be mad about what? Like, yeah, it's way much, it's so much bigger than what
yeah,
people are acknowledging.
yeah.
And
And
my only goal is just
after
to keep grinding.
after losing people that's so close to you, your mindset changes.
Yeah, for
You
sure.
think about life totally different in so many ways to a point people may think you paying attention to them when you really ignoring them. It's like your mind is clouded
Yep,
about something totally
for
different,
sure.
and you be like, what?
Like I did what?
I
Like
did,
I wasn't there for
yeah,
you.
yeah. It was like I wasn't there, but maybe you was there, and
You was there by yourself.
yeah. So it's like just staying focused. Like, what are the things you do as far as like just staying focused and not letting, I'm saying, not letting people get to you off the things that they may have done to you or try to do to you?
Hmm. They be trying to take me down, girl. They be trying to take me out the game, that
Nah.
I I feed my soul. Like I continuously feed my soul with good people, with good energy, with things that actually make me happy. Like my business makes me happy. Like helping people, selling pieces, just being surrounded by art, like finding new stuff, going to museums, spending time with my children, talking to my mom and dad on a daily basis, stuff that people take for granted. Like, um, that's what you got to do. Like, you have to know what feeds you, and you got to feed yourself, because ain't nobody feeding you. You know what I'm saying? If you don't know what feeds you, how do you expect to be fed?
Yep.
So if don't nobody feed me, I feed myself.
You're supposed to.
You know what I'm saying?
I think a lot of us as women, we void taking time out for ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
We don't take time to get to know who we are, not just on the outside, but on the
Right.
inside. And it takes a very long time for that, because so many of us deal with our own demons and things that we're trying to, like cycles, we're trying to
Right.
break within our family. And just even being around certain people, and we done collected their demons. On
Yeah.
top of that, we got to get rid of stuff. Like, some people need to just recognize that life is so short, to a point I won't have time for anything that you have going on or even entertain. You have to obtain your own identity,
Mm-hmm.
figuring out who you are, what direction you want to go in life, and what focuses are you on right at that moment. And that's why I got on your ass that one time.
Because I stepped out of character. I allowed, first of all, take responsibility. I allowed someone to bring me out my character, and that's never been done. Like, that's very rare. You know what I'm saying? But that goes back to that confidence, that humbleness, that being unbothered. People go out their way to get a reaction. You know what I'm saying? And I'm human. You know what I'm saying? And even though I am very mature and I do have the keys, I have unlocked a lot of things at a very young age, I still am affected. You know what I'm saying? Because
Mhm.
you get put in a place where it's like, okay, do I step out of my character to
But you
show?
can't. You can't though.
Exactly.
I've been in plenty of situations where I could have stepped out of character. It's just I just take a breather. I go boxing to a boxing ring or
That's
something.
a good one.
I just do things that's very constructive for myself, to like calm my nerves and not even scoot down to people's level, because a lot of people have a lot of time on their hands, and you can't be a part of that time that they have.
Right.
You know what I'm
For
saying? So
sure.
you gonna have to continue to ignore that and continue to work on you. And you already said when you hit 30, you reached a certain point in your life.
Yeah.
You still have so much
Much
more
to
to
do.
go.
Yeah.
So
For
much.
sure.
And it don't happen overnight at all. It
Right.
doesn't.
That is true. That is true. And I am learning that, and I'm becoming more aware of that. Like, now it's just like, okay, all right, like, whatever. Let me keep working on me. Let me keep, you know what, maybe it is time for me to open up that gallery. Maybe it is time for me to check my bank account. Stuff that make me happy, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? That, like, let me just go for that. Let me go do this. And I'm not always, like you said, what I'm doing on the low. I'm not always exposing my
No,
moves that I'm making.
you're
And I
not.
don't, because I can't. And I would never. So it's like the things that I do make me happy, whether it's behind scenes or people get a grasp of what it is. Those I've now learned to put that energy into that.
You have to. You have to, because we getting older. We not getting younger, and it's a lot of things that is pointless, and it doesn't consume our time. You have a daughter and a son
Yeah,
to worry about and give them a legacy to look.
right, for sure. Yeah,
Yeah. And you gotta continue to do that. And you need to open that art gallery. You can
it's
do it.
coming. It's coming. It's coming.
Yes.
I'm so excited. I can't wait. Give
Yes. Your
give our
mom,
little city a little something different, you know.
look at her. So her mother will always make sure she rises.
Hey, mom.
Mom been over here dropping jewels. She said,
Okay,
look at her
we
right
need to
here.
take. Listen, I
Mommy,
said, I
mom
said,
is going in.
I'm going on Life Her podcast. Mommy's like, vet. Yeah, my throwback, man.
Yes,
Yes.
Savage Mom.
Okay.
Man, I love her, man. I swear she remind me of my
I
mom.
know, I know, I know.
She
Every
do.
second of it, honey. That's why I said you. That's why I just appreciate you because you already know. We don't even be needing words. You just be.
No, because when you have mothers like we got, whew,
Yeah,
man,
it's in us.
yes,
Ain't nothing we can do about it. And
yes,
that's what I be saying. Like I really been this way, but it took us to go through what we had to go through to really be like, that's what our mamas meant. That's what they were
hmm,
saying. That's why they did this, that, and the third. Now we seeing it as adults. Like, oh
yes.
yeah,
Like
listen,
seriously, when my mom was here, I realized a lot of things when she was here, but with her passing and with her being gone, it's like her spirit transferred
yep,
into me, and I act like her so much. It's scary sometimes,
I
and I just
already
be
know
like, man. But one thing about it is, with us being blessed with such good mothers, and some people aren't fortunate to have that, it's a true blessing, and just continue to cherish every moment with your mom
for
because
sure,
it's so important. Create memories and everything. Listen to her
for sure.
because she ain't gonna tell you nothing wrong. I'm
She
telling you.
listen, honey. My mom is like in the she in the gang group, honey. She the next phone call after I call the crew, and she might be the first phone call.
No,
She
she
already,
need to be the first. She need to be the first
she
because
already know. I'm
listen,
like, she like,
that's your protection right there.
yeah, for sure,
Yes,
for sure. I'm gonna
seriously.
be ready. Listen, anything happen to mama, I'm already. She be getting me prepared now. Like, girl, like why we gotta talk about that? You is right here.
Yes,
She be
always.
preparing me, so I'll be like, all right, I guess I just gotta let me start taking this in now. That's so
Yes,
true. That's so
it's
true.
real. So tell me about your business consulting business that you do have.
So me and my mentor was sitting down one day, and he's like, "Well, what all you do for your artists within 1474?" And I'm like, get their stuff started, get their LLC started, give them business advice, get simple stuff, EINs. I do all their marketing and sometimes pricing for their sales. And he was like, "You need to offer that to people that's not, just painting or doing anything else." And I'm like, because everything I do, I'm kind of like, I want to do it big, but I want to keep it.
Yes,
And so I'm always like that. So I was like, dang, that mean I gotta like step out and like reach out to people and all of that. And so he was like, well, I mean, you doing it already. So I was like, okay, you know what? And it's been working. So like I'm the friend that everybody calls anyway. Like, let's get some work done. I need your help. Can you do this? Can you do that? What you think I should do with this? What you think I should do with that? So it's kind of like something that I already do and it comes natural. So like why not make a little coins off of it, and help more people? Because you'll be surprised how many. Well, I know but it's alarming how many people are not educated on what we think may be something simple. You
yes,
know what I'm saying? And to them, it's like, oh my god, I gotta do this, this, that, and the third. And it's like, girl, just turn on the computer. Just all you gotta do is this. It's like, pew. So people gonna call you automatically, like, Coy, can you
yeah,
do this? And I'm like, sure, I'm done in 5 minutes. But people, so everything ain't for everybody, I guess. So I'm here to help.
yes.
I'm glad I can.
So what do you think about people believing that it's a stop once you get your EIN number and you get your LLC, and they will pause right there? Like, oh, I accomplished something. Oh my God, this is so dope. I have my own business. What are further things that you could give them advice on, letting them know it doesn't stop there and it can get worse?
Yeah, like I don't even consider that the beginning. That's like the introduction.
Yeah, it
that's
is.
that's the introduction before you the
Yeah, that's
beginning.
like
Like
that's
that's the
when we
header.
were telling you what's in the book.
Right. You got to turn a couple more pages.
Yeah.
um, my advice would be, and I had to learn this myself. I didn't need it, but I learned it. Do research on whatever it is that you want to do. Just like you got to feed your soul in personal life, you got to feed your soul in the business aspect. people may think, oh, I want to come out with a clothing line or open a boutique or whatever. That's fine and dandy, but do research. Like, do research on the numbers of boutiques, do researches on the boutiques that are around you. Um, Research other people's experience. Go talk to another owner of a boutique. Like, see their ups and downs, or just understand more to where you can already have a head start. When people don't do research and they just think, okay, let me get an LLC, let me get an EIN, let me, now I'm good. And don't forget the logo, because they go logo crazy when
Oh
they get
yeah,
logo.
yeah, they do. They do.
Customer service ain't even there, but they got a logo
Logo and websites.
and a website. So it's like, do that research, be knowledgeable on what it is that you have, because for the longest, my business 1474, it started in 2018, and I really didn't get going until 2020, and but if anybody asks me what it is that I do, oh, I was reading my rights. I knew what I did. I know what I'm about to do. I probably wasn't really doing it, but it sounded good, because and nobody could question me or ask me anything that I wasn't already prepared to say or answer, or wasn't knowledgeable. And because I spent that time making sure I was knowledgeable. So therefore, when somebody be like, oh, well, you need a gallery, I'm willing to invest. I'm ready. You know what I'm saying? I have witnessed people asking me for help, or I have helped people, and it's like, oh, somebody would be ready to invest in you, and all they got is that.
Yeah.
Well, at least, what do you know about the money? Like, how am I supposed to help you if you don't even know what the possibilities are of you making or bringing to the table? And so, to answer your question, I would say research and be knowledgeable, and just feed yourself on whatever it is that you want to do. And once you pick what you want to do, make sure that's what you want to do, not because nobody else is doing it.
Yes.
Not because it seems like it could be, oh, she sell lipstick, I could sell lipstick. Like, no, like, be a connoisseur in that lane, like, and be knowledgeable about it, because you're gonna stand out with that knowledge and that experience. You don't want to blend in.
Right. So what do you think about people starting the same business as another person, but being unique about their business, letting them know that they don't have to be the same? You still could do and sell the same thing, but your content has to be different. The way you present it has to be different. What advice could you give a person to be different?
Find your niche. Bring your personality into your business. Don't be so cookie cutter. I always say, like, let me think of a good example. I don't know, if somebody cook and then somebody else act cook, everybody cooking. You know what I'm saying? Like, bring your personality to that forefront. Shoot, maybe somebody else don't deliver. Start delivering your food. Like, just get creative. Figure out what other people aren't doing and add that to whatever it is that you want to do. Because I always use Rihanna for an example. She didn't say, CoverGirl and Maybelline gonna stop me from creating Fenty.
Right.
Like, it's a huge lane. She didn't say, Kylie got millions off of it, so maybe I shouldn't do it. The makeup lane is crazy and it's big and there's millions of dollars in it, and it didn't stop Rihanna. So, nor did Beyonce stop, or whoever it is. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's always going to be somebody in your lane. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? And it's just your focus. Long as you're focused on your focus and you ain't looking back, you can't be thrown off.
Staying in your own lane.
Staying in your lane, like, and really, and just owning it, and finding you. Like, I always tell people, like, what do you want to do? Because they'll hit me with, well, so and so did this and that and that. That's cool, but what do you want to do? Like, do
Right.
you actually like to do that, or do you want to just do that because so and so did it? Like, find out what you want to do. Take time to yourself. Like, stay. Social media is amazing, but social media can be people's downfall,
It
because
can.
they watching and they looking at everybody else and trying to figure out what everybody else is doing, and their vision is blurred on their own self, like, and what
That's
it is that
true.
they actually want to do. And it's like, close that laptop, take that Facebook off your phone for a second, get you a pen and paper and sit down. Like, what do you want to do? How
What
can
are
you
you
make your
good at?
idea? Yeah, what are you good at? And
Yeah.
once you figure that out, you're good.
Yeah, it'd be a wrap. And I think a lot of people need to know too, when you have a LLC or incorporation and all of that, you still have to file taxes every year,
You gotta
even if
file your
you
taxes.
didn't do nothing.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Even if you didn't do anything, you could file taxes. You took a loss this year. You didn't
Yep.
do nothing. but that is so important. And even I don't think a lot of people understand is the thing of the perks of having staff. You know, having staff is a lot, having payroll is a lot.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so when you have things like that, you're paying liability taxes
Yeah.
quarterly.
Yep.
You know, and that's a lot more money than your payroll.
Okay. And then they go about it like, oh, I don't need a staff. Well, your customer service would probably be better if you did.
Yeah.
So you you want to take that L and a little, lose a couple of dollars because you got to pay some staff, but at least you got a good reputation and people were not, going crazy because your customer service was off the chain.
Yes, because
So
it becomes a lot,
yep,
and just it don't really stop promoting it on social media. It really don't stop that. It just a lot of things keep going in the background, and then a lot of people look for a get rich quick type thing, like, oh, such and such is doing this. They said they're making this much money. I know I can make that too. But
right,
sometimes it take you hitting your 5 year mark or 10 year mark to really make the money that you really want to see.
yeah, right, for sure. And that's where that experience comes in at, and that's where that gaining that knowledge comes in at, because that's a simple question that could have been answered had you did your research. You
Yeah,
know what I'm saying? Had you reached out to get the information, had you wanted to do that, you would. It's simple because it's the information is everywhere. You just gotta want to get it.
yeah,
And
yeah,
people forget that part, and people just think, oh, let me just do this and do that and I'm good to go. There's so much more to just business itself. And then depending on which business it is, your business might have way more than my business may have, the needs and different things of that. So that's why it's really good to learn the difference between those businesses and
yeah.
incorporations and all of that stuff too.
Yeah, because some people just, it's not like, oh, you just don't know what you're talking about. It's just you're not knowledgeable of
Exactly.
it. And you need to find someone that is willing to help you,
For
to
sure.
guide you. And you have to be willing to receive what they're trying to tell you.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because
Yep.
some people don't like to receive nothing because they're like, oh, you don't know what you're talking about. If I have more experience and if I'm trying
Hmm.
to help you, I just think someone always need a mentor.
Always.
Always
It,
need a mentor. If I
that's
had a
so good.
mentor, I didn't have a mentor in childcare. I
Hmm.
didn't have nobody telling me nothing. I had to learn everything on my own. So I made a lot of fails, with childcare because I didn't know. Nobody
Yeah.
was teaching me nothing, and I didn't know anybody to coach me.
Yep. But
So,
those learning experiences,
oh
they
yeah.
picked you up. They made you. They ain't gonna happen again.
Man, yes. It's a lot of learning experiences, and it's just you just gotta learn from it and try not to make that same mistake again
For
because
sure.
it is so hard not
Yeah,
to.
for sure. And that's the good thing about me. Um, with my business and everything, like I wasn't impatient. Sometimes people were like, I want to do this, I gotta do that. I was really like, I'm not even telling y'all until I feel like it's the bomb. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not
Yeah,
even posting this until I feel like it's ready. Like I will take 2 more years if I need to type.
that
Like,
is you all day.
yeah, like it's coming. Just wait on it.
You would sit on so for 10 years if you could, and be making so many moves.
I'm trying to get better at that. I'm trying to get better at that, especially
But
with my
I
art.
mean, you doing good. It's what works for you though.
Yeah, it is. Yeah,
Even
that
though
is so true.
you say you trying to get better, it's really what makes you feel comfortable because I like me personally, I don't post a lot of my accomplishments.
Hmm.
And sometimes it's not good for you to do that because people will try to do things underhandedly to make
Yep.
you fail,
Yeah, sure.
and you don't know who's behind the screen or who sneaking on your page, seeing what you're doing, reading
Absolutely.
everything. You don't know. So you got to be cautious of things that you do, and it's okay to not do it.
Right.
So
Right.
you do need to know that it's nothing wrong with it. As long as you networking in the background and doing
Right.
anything and your coins coming in, you're good.
Yeah, for sure. That is true. That is true. Yeah, that's crazy. So how do you deal with, like, it's kind of like you want people to know, but you don't. Like, because our natural personality and our natural everything is kind of more closed. You know what I'm saying? Like, how do you deal with like knowing what to
Well,
give to people and what not to give to people?
I don't deal with it. Honestly, every probably once a week, I'll say I will scroll on Facebook and Instagram and stuff like that. I'm an Instagram person.
I love
For
Instagram.
real. It's peaceful,
It's so peaceful. It's more
drama
business
free. Yes,
savvy.
more it's like that's where a lot of my friends where I met a lot of women at.
Yeah.
You know, but Facebook is kind of different. I had to block and delete by over 2-3,000 people
Hmm.
because it's just drama. But what you don't do is you don't focus on that. You can't focus on things that'll throw you off balance. So
Yeah.
when you're posting something of what you do, just post it and keep it moving. You know what I'm saying? Don't even worry about anything that's going on the outside. And that's where we try to find things all the time.
Yeah.
Stop looking for shit that ain't there.
That's true. That is
You
true.
know what I'm saying? Stop looking for people's judgments and comments and shade and all that. Fuck them. Just do what you do, and you'll find yourself becoming even more successful by being just like this.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
that's just me. I don't pay attention to shit.
Right.
I just don't.
Yeah.
I don't have the
You
time for it.
can't.
I don't have the energy for it. It's just we're older now. I'm damn near 40 years old. I ain't got time for that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm just trying to make this money. I'm trying to change lives, build women up, build kids up, just do things of building. But
Yeah.
sometimes when you do good, people will try to interfere with you doing good.
For
So
sure.
that's when them little demons come in. The devil will send his children to you,
That's true.
but you got to know it. You got to have that discernment in you to be able to know that.
Yeah.
So you're going to deal with stuff, but if you post it and keep it moving and don't entertain stuff, you'll be good, girl. I'll be in my own world.
Yeah.
It's so easy. Once you master it, it's gonna feel so good.
Yeah.
It's gonna be so peaceful. It's just where you need to be.
Yeah. That is so true. I'm getting there. I definitely know I'm getting there because I've always had the natural sense of unbotheredness. But like
Yeah,
you
you
said,
do.
sometimes they'll do extra to kind of, and it's like, okay, I see you a little bit, but I really just need to be like, no, I don't.
Yeah, but that's the thing. If you see something and you know it's towards you, why are you following them?
Hmm.
What's the point?
Yeah.
If you know this person don't like you, feel some kind of way about you, what's the point of you being a Facebook friend or following them on social media? It's pointless.
Right.
A lot of us women, we are our own worst enemy. We don't know how to come together. Everybody want to be the CEO, but that's not your position.
Right.
Your position could be a president, a
Yeah.
secretary, and all that. You don't see the vice president trying to be a president.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They're in their own position, and that's what people's problem be. Everybody want to be up here. Everybody can't be up there at
Everybody
the same
can't.
time
Yeah.
unless
That's
they in their own lane. But if y'all doing something together, somebody is good in this and somebody is good in that, and that's what it need to be.
yep.
So
Very
that's
true.
that's what's a lot of people's problem. Everybody want to have the power trip. You know
Yep.
what I'm saying? And it be our own people for real.
Yep. That is true.
It be our
That
own.
is true. That is true.
So you'll get it together. I'll be on your ass anyway.
Per usual.
For real. But you can do it though. It's a lot to it. I could show you how to maneuver around a lot and even network outside of the city. Cause
Yeah.
I mean, as you see, the women I interview, don't nobody know 'em. They all
Yeah.
over.
Girl, I be Googling them afterwards, like, yeah, that is dope. That's amazing. And it's crazy
Yes.
because a lot more of my business relationships are from women out of town, like out of
Yes.
state. That's from me being in Atlanta and being in wherever else. You know what I'm saying? And they like click tight. Like, you need anything? You good? What's going on today with your business? And blah 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 blah. And it's like, I decided to start stepping out the past 2 years within our city, go making sure I'm at everything or just going to certain things and like supporting those people who support me.
Yeah.
And I'll reach out sometimes and branch out to different people and, see how that goes. But it's just like, if you genuine, you genuine. You know what I'm saying? And I think genuine people automatically come together sometimes.
Yeah, they
And
do.
I'm not gonna force myself on nobody, or I'm not gonna force, you to be in my circle or network or however you do it. Like I just been out. I've just been taking it upon myself to break that chain. That's one thing that I really dislike about Akron. It's like it's so groupy. It's so
Yeah.
like I hang with these people, you hang with these people, but we
Yeah.
all can't mix. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? And it's
And then a
like,
lot of people provide services for their friends. And then sometimes people wonder why they haven't grown yet. You're not growing because you're not going outside of your comfort zone. You know what
that's
I'm saying? Our population of Akron is really huge for real.
yeah,
So if we get outside of our comfort zone and meet people outside of it where you don't feel comfortable at, that's where you're supposed to
yeah.
be.
And that's what
Because
I've been doing.
you have to.
Yeah.
You
Being
have to.
uncomfortable and going, and you'll be surprised how much it's like opportunity fall in your lap. As
Yes,
soon
it
as
is.
soon as you step out that comfort zone, it's like, oh, okay. Okay. Like this is how it's supposed to be. This is how networking is supposed to be. This is how being an entrepreneur is supposed to be. Opportunity and
Yeah,
connections.
because it's a little over 200,000 people that live in Akron. So
Mm,
just imagine you networking so heavy and just even get 50,000. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? It's there. It's just
Yeah.
we gotta put ourselves out there, and that's what made me branch out. You know what I'm saying? I got women out of the country. I got a friend in London,
Mm,
Africa, Asia. Just different places. And then from me being cool with them, I got the whole country on lock
exactly.
ready.
Yeah.
And then I got other people coming in just all over the US. But
Mm,
it's just about branching off. Like when I was doing Fidea and stuff, I was meeting other people.
yeah.
So that's all you gotta do. You already travel now. Just
Hmm.
travel to places where you normally don't go.
Right. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And just get to know them. There is some good people out there. Everybody is not bad.
For
Everybody
sure.
is not out to get you.
For
It's
sure.
people that will fund
Yeah.
your artwork
Yeah.
and they will pay for it and
Yeah.
everything. It's people out there.
Absolutely. It sure
Yeah,
is. And I know it.
you could
Keep
do
grinding. It's just in the grind. It's just in the grind.
it.
And get like you
Seriously.
said, getting out of your comfort zone.
Yes, you could do it. So
Yeah.
since you away now, make that a task.
That's right. That's right. Oh, you
Find
already know I didn't
somewhere
hit
you
up a
want
few
to
spots.
go. Yes, you will find some dope places on Instagram. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying?
Yep.
And you could just put it wherever you at, and then you'll find some dope, unique places you go
Yeah.
to and go sit at a bar and just get to know people.
Yeah, for sure. Literally, that's what I've been doing.
Seriously.
Yeah.
And you
That
will
is
go so far because it's in you.
yeah.
It's literally in you. It's just you're too big for here. So you
Hmm.
have to broad out your horizons and go out there to somewhere else. And you can still live here and still network.
Right.
You definitely can.
Yeah.
You
That's
got
true.
this.
That's so true.
You got this. So what's something encouraging and inspiring that you could leave for people to um remember at the end of the day?
I would just say to never give up on yourself. Stand in your own confidence and in your own light and in your own story. Own it and stay focused. Stay focused. That's the main key. Stay focused. And like you said, it's gonna be a lot of distractions. People always gonna throw you off. As long as you're confident in who you are, as long as you take time to know who you are, you're good.
Yes.
You're gonna be
You know,
unfuckwittable.
you know what? What I want you to leave with is when you start to feel heavy and when you feel like it's a lot of people just bothering you or just testing you, you being tested and the devil be working in all kind of mysterious ways. I want you to find ways to be calm and settled at those moments.
Mm. Mm.
When you are calm and settled when the devil is working, you begin to see things, you will hear things that you have never experienced before.
Mm.
And once you master that, you will see at the end of everything when it's over, things settle, when the demons and little devils, when they done doing what they do, entertaining, your blessings will come and your
Mm.
blessings will be even bigger than what you expected. So it's like a time where the devil is testing you, but God is testing you too, and see if you are rewarding enough to receive what he's trying to give you.
Oh. Mm.
But when those things transpire in your life, always remember the bad times of things happening, because it could always appear again, because the devil could say, "Oh, this didn't work this time, so I'm gonna try it another time."
Yeah.
But you're gonna know how to handle it next time, because
Right.
um people with demons in them, they repeats themselves in cycles, and you
Yeah.
just keep going over and over again like a long ass recording record.
Yeah. For sure.
So it's gonna always appear, but you're gonna always elevate once you understand your peace and your standing and where you at.
Mm. That was so good. That was so on point. Mm. There you go, man.
Seriously. And that's how I
Woo.
maneuver every day. That's how I
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
and sometimes I can't talk to everybody like this,
Right.
because they're not gonna understand exactly where
Mm-hmm.
I'm coming from. People don't see me react to things, entertain things. You're not going to,
Yeah, you won't.
because
For
it
sure.
has to be a point where we have to give things to God, because God has put us on an assignment, but God has is testing that other person too. And they're
Yeah.
blocking their blessings, but don't block your blessings with them.
Yeah. I gotta get out of the habit of wanting to, like you, like you said, finding that peace in that moment is very, very powerful. Like, cause you can get past the moment, but you didn't find the peace in that moment. You know what I'm saying? It's a difference between that. And I think my biggest flaw is trying to explain my character. Like when somebody like uppercut my, me, and
You
I'm
don't
like,
have to though.
I
You
don't
don't
have to, and I gotta know
do
that.
not confirm or explain your character at all, because you did what you were supposed to do. You
Yeah,
know what I'm saying? It's it we got an age now. We ain't got time to be proving shit to
nothing.
nobody.
And
You
and I
don't have
don't.
to.
And I don't.
Because after so long with your consistency of that you have,
Yeah.
it's going to be somebody with a light bulb that's smart enough to be like, man, like she really be on her shit. But
Right.
oh, girl, she always messy. She always in some
Yeah.
shit. She always this. She always that. Let
Yeah.
them get that, but just keep on doing you,
Keep doing.
doing what
Yeah.
you gotta do for you. Like you gotta let them be, man.
Right.
It's not worth it. It's a waste of time. You could have wasted that like less than 5 minutes on something else.
That's facts. Facts. And that's
Seriously.
that's true. That's so true. I don't do it, but in my head, you know what I'm saying? That's my
Oh
thing.
yeah. Yeah,
That's my
you gonna
thing.
do things in your head. That's natural.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We human at the end of the day. We gonna have feelings. We gonna want to do things. We gonna want to get out of character. You know
Right.
what I'm saying? But it's just an ongoing thing you gonna have to learn. It took me years to master this.
Yeah.
Years. But it after so long, it just make you numb enough to not even care. Like,
Yeah.
oh, they having a bad day. Okay.
Right.
I see where this going.
For sure. Oh, that was good. That was so good.
Yes. So I'm leaving you with that, and just know I'm proud of you and I love you.
I love you more. You are amazing.
So yes, girl. See you later.
Bye, babe.
Bye bye.